Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom, and I'm really excited to show you my new bracelet today. This is called the Fringy Ladder. This is my own original design that I absolutely love. This is a reversible design, so you can wear it on this side, which is my favorite, and it is the signature side of the bracelet. Or you can flip it over, and you can wear it on this super cool side. So to make this bracelet, you will need about 160 bands. That's how many it took me, although it is a little bit big on my wrist, so you may not need that many. And for the colors that I'm using to make my bracelet today, just in case you want to get yours together, for the middle color here, going up the middle, I will be using purple. And then going on for the fishtails, it will be alternating between gray and teal. And then if you flip it on this side, my pink here is going to be teal, and then the middle will be purple and gray. So hopefully that didn't confuse you. I just want to try to help you in case you want to choose different colors than me. So let's go ahead and to make this bracelet, you will need one loom, your hook, and one C-clip. For the loom setup, you want 2 bar pins in a staggered position, so basically making little triangles. I did remove the back bar pin because I don't need it, and it gives me a little more room to show you guys what to do. And for the pins that we're going to be using, there's 6 of them. So basically, we're going to be using these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just make sure you have like a nice little section without anything underneath so your bracelet can grow through. So now we can go ahead and start placing the bands. Like I stated before, I'm going to alternate, and I'm going to use purple, teal, and gray. So for my middle, I'm going to use purple. So from this pin here to here, I'm going to twist on one of my purple bands, put it on that pin, and you're going to twist it on like that, like a figure 8 or infinity sign. And this will always be purple going from left to right on this pin. And then we're going to lay bands on these going out, like diagonal. That is going to be the back side is going to be our fishtail. So whatever color you want in that fishtail, you want to add on this pin here. And it will also show on the front side as well with this purple. So I'm going to use gray. So from this pin here to this outer pin here, I'm going to twist on another band like that. And I'm going to do the same on the right side. Just twisting it up and out. And now we're going to lay our last 2 bands going from the top here and coming down. And this is going to be also in the fishtail back here on the back side. And then in the front, that's the color that's going to be like the single color. The color that I had that was pink. So hopefully that can help you decide what colors. But I'm going to use teal. So you're going to just twist just like that again. And doing the same on the left side. So you should have something like this. And now we can go ahead and add on one more layer to this front pin here. Which is going to always be purple for me. So I'm just going to lay that straight across without any twisting. And now we can go ahead and do the hooking step. I did forget to mention that you do want to make sure you know how to do the inverted stitch, the inverted fishtail stitch, because we will be doing that in this bracelet. Also, the bracelet, I do feel like once you start doing it a while, you can definitely get the hang of it, but it does take a little while to catch on. I even forget sometimes where I left off because we're going to lay a band, hook, and then we're going to lay more bands, hook, then we're going to lay more bands, and hook. So it's kind of like a couple step process. So let me just go ahead and stop talking and show you what to do. So you should have laid your band on that middle pin, which I did purple, and now we're going to do an inverted fishtail stitch on these 2 front pins. So you're going to go into the middle. At least this is how I like to do it. I like to move that middle band out of the way so I can get in there and grab that bottom band. And then you just bring that bottom band up and over like that. Doing the same on the right side. I need to move that middle band out of the way because I have to get inside there. So from the inside of this middle band, I'm grabbing the bottom band and bringing that up and over. And now we're going to go ahead and lay our two side up diagonal bands, and that's going to always be gray. So I'm just going to lay that straight across like that, and straight across like that. No twisting involved from this point on. And now we're actually going to be doing the inverted fishtail stitch again on these front two pins here. So we're going to go in now and grab the purple and move that out of the way, grabbing the bottom, bringing that up and behind the pin like that. Doing the same on the right side, we're going to go in and move that middle pin or middle band, grab that bottom band and bring it up and over the pin like so. So as you can see, we just did two inverted fishtail stitches. We did it, well, 2 times in a row. So that is how we're going to do it for the entire bracelet. We will do it twice up here, and then we're going to be doing a regular fishtail stitch on this back one, and we're going to do that twice. But I don't want to confuse you, so I need to just stop talking and let you guys watch. So now we have to do these back 2 pins, now that there are 3 bands on it. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to turn it around. This is the back side of, of our bands. So we are going to do a regular fishtail stitch on these 2 back ones. So we're just going to grab the very bottom band, which is gray, and bring it up and over. Doing the same on this very right side. Just grab the very bottom band and bring it up and over. So that's pretty simple. I'm going to turn it back around, and now we're going to lay our down bands, as I'm going to call them, I guess. So our last band is going to be teal, and will always be teal. So you can go ahead and lay them just straight like that. Same on the left side. And now we need to do this back pin again. So that's going to be a regular fishtail stitch. So I'm just going to grab that very bottom band back there and just bring it up and over. I'm going to turn it around actually so you can see what I'm doing. So here's the back of it. I just did the regular fishtail stitch on this right one already, and now I'm going to do it on the left. So just grab that very bottom band and just bring it up and over. Turning it back around so that it's facing the right direction. And now we can do our 2 front stitches here. There's only 2 bands, so you're just going to grab that very bottom band and just bring it up and over. Doing the same on the right side, grabbing the bottom and bringing that up and over. Go ahead and push those down. And now we can go ahead and lay on our next layer. So on the middle pin, we're going to lay another purple. And now we can go ahead and do the inverted fishtail stitch on this middle pin. So we got to move that middle band out of the way and grab that bottom band and bring it up and over. Doing the same on the right side, going inside that middle band, grabbing the bottom, bringing it up and over. Now we're going to lay our 2 outer bands. Well, they're in the middle, but our diagonal bands. And that is going to be gray. So go ahead and lay those going in a up kind of outer diagonal. I feel very tongue-tied today, and I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I'm not confusing you guys. Alright, so we just laid our diagonal bands. And now we can go ahead and do the inverted fishtail stitch again on the front 2 pegs. So we're going to get in there, grabbing the bottom band, bringing that up and over. The same on the right side. We're going to go inside that middle, grabbing the bottom, bringing it up and over. Sorry, I just bumped my camera. And now we need to do the stitch on the 2 back pins. So remember, we're only going to do a regular stitch on that one. I'm not going to keep turning my loom around. You just need to know that these 2 back pins are the regular fishtail stitch. So just grab that very bottom band, which in my case is gray, and bring it up and over. Doing the same on the right side, grabbing that very bottom band and bring it up and over. like that. If it is easier for you to turn your loom around, you can certainly do that. But it's a little easier for me, and I don't want to keep like turning it back and forth because I don't want to confuse you guys. So hopefully you understand what I'm referring to. And now we can go ahead and do our down bands. So that will be teal. So no twisting involved. Just laying them like this. And you may have noticed that sometimes I'll lay the band on this side first or this side first. It doesn't matter as long as you lay them on these 2 pins. So again, we need to do a fishtail stitch on the back 2 pins. So going back here, grabbing the very bottom band, bringing it up and over. On the right side, grabbing the very bottom band and bringing it up and over. And now we can do the front 2. Grabbing the very bottom, bringing it up and over. Grabbing the bottom, bringing it up and over. Now we can go ahead and lay our bands again, going back to purple on this front middle pin here. Just make sure it's on top like that. And now we can go ahead and do the inverted stitch. Just remember, you always got to go inside that middle band and grab that bottom band to bring it up and over. Doing the same on the right side. Now we're going to lay our gray bands going out and, well, up. Same on the left side. I don't like that band. It felt a little loose. And now we're going to do the inverted stitch again on the front. So I'm going to move that band, grabbing the bottom. Doing the same on the right side, going inside, grabbing the bottom. And now we got to stitch our back 2. So that's, again, the regular fishtail stitch. So we're grabbing that very bottom band, which is gray, bringing it up and over. Grabbing the very bottom band, bringing it up and over. Now we can go ahead and lay our last bands, our diagonal down bands. And that will be teal. We're going to do a regular fishtail stitch on the back again. So grab that very bottom band on both sides and bring it up and over. And now we're going to do the front 2, which is, there's only 2 bands. Just grab the bottom one and bring it up and over. And we're going to keep doing this for the entire length of the bracelet. So now we can go back to purple. And for the middle, and this is where we're going to do the inverted fishtail stitch. Going in and grabbing the bottom band. And bring it up and over. Now we're going to lay our next bands going out here. I have a couple of loose grays in here, so that's why I'm switching. So now we laid our grays. We have to again do the inverted fishtail stitch on the front. Now we do the regular fishtail stitch on the back. Same on the right side, grabbing the bottom band, bringing it up and over. And now we're going to lay our 2 down bands. I call it down because I kind of look at this shape like an M. So I look at this, you know, going over, this is going up, and then this is coming down. So that's why I'm calling these like my up ones and these my down ones. But yeah, so I'm going to lay my teal now. And again, we have to do a regular fishtail stitch on the back. So grab the bottom band, bringing it up and over on both sides. Bottom band. And now we can do the front 2. Grabbing the bottom band, also bringing that up and over on both sides. So I would definitely say the hardest part of the bracelet is just remembering, because it's easy for us to want to, after we do this hooking process, you know, it's easy to want to go on to like another pin, but we have to, once we lay the gray, we have to do an inverted stitch again. So it's like we're going to lay bands and hook this twice. Then we're going to lay bands and hook this twice back here. And then we only hook once here. So it's just remembering that is what's probably the hardest thing about the bracelet. Just make sure that that gray is in the middle there. So we did our inverted stitch there. Now we're going to lay our gray. And this is where I was talking about it would be easy to want to probably go straight back here, but we have to do it here again. So just keep remembering that you have to do 2 steps in the front, 2 steps in the back, and then 1 on the sides. Now we're going to go straight to our back, do the regular fishtail stitch, bring that bottom band, which is gray, up and over. Now we're going to lay our teal bands. And again, we're going to do a regular fishtail stitch in the back, so bringing that bottom band up and over. Doing the same thing in the front. I will go ahead and do this just a few more times because I know it's not like very simple or, you know, like a typical laying and looping process. So I'll do it a few times just in case you haven't caught on yet, and then I'll go off camera to finish the length of it just to save on a little bit of video time. And if you're a speedy loomer and feel that you've already caught on and you're just kind of getting ahead of me, you can definitely fast forward this video and meet me at the end where I will teach you how to close up the bracelet. Being that there's a lot of steps, this bracelet may seem like it takes longer than, you know, other typical bracelets. So I do apologize if it feels like it's taking a while, but I personally definitely think it's worth it. In my opinion, I just think this bracelet is super cute. So I think it's actually one of my favorites, like the latter side. I don't know, something about it I really like. So hopefully you guys do as well. And this is actually the last time I'm going to lay the bands here. Well, not here, but, you know, after I do these steps. That's what I meant. Okay, so hopefully, and sorry I bumped my camera again, hopefully you guys have caught on to the technique so far and the looping process. If not, please go ahead and rewind it and watch the previous instructions. I'm going to go ahead and pull on this because it's starting to grow out of the bottom. So there you can see it coming together. Let's see what this side looks like. There you can see my fishtail starting with this in the middle. So I was a little worried about how this color combo was going to look, but I think it's going to be okay. Although I really did like the pink one that I made. But I'm trying to do some different colors because I always use the same ones. So anyway, yeah, so go ahead and finish up your bracelet. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the length of my bracelet, and we will meet back here at the end and close it up together. Alrighty guys, so I did go ahead and finish up the length of my bracelet. Let's go ahead and get it closed up together. The very last step you should have done would have been to lay and hook your two end bands here, which in my case are teal. So you want to just make sure that you have only one band on the two end ones. There should be two bands on the two middle pins, and on the two back ones should be two as well. So if your loom looks like this, let's go ahead and close it up. Starting with the two front bands, we're just going to take the bottom band and just bring it up and over. Doing the same on the right, bringing it up and over. Now coming to the back, we're going to bring the bottom band up and over. Same thing over here, bringing that up and over. Now all the bands, or all the pins, should only have one band on it. So now we're going to be taking these two middle bands and bringing them up. So grabbing this band, bringing it to the upper left here. Doing the same to the right side, bringing it out up here. And now we're going to just take our two end ones and bring them up. So just be careful not to lose it. Like that. And like that. Now we want to add a band to close this up to get, to close these up. So I'm just going to turn my loom around so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to grab a purple band. And I'm just going to stretch it, and I'm going to go behind that middle pin, and then to the right, like that. So it's not going around the middle pin. So if you have it like that, now we're just going to bring these three bands up and onto the band. So just be very careful. I would hold the purple. You can grab one at a time, or you can grab all three. I'm just going to try to grab all three if it lets me. And I'm just going to bring them up and over. Sorry, I'm hitting my camera. Now we're going to do the same to the right side. Grabbing all three of those bands and just bringing them up and over that purple band that we just laid on. Like that. And it's okay if it looks a little messy because we're going to fix it. Or you can pull on it like that. So now we just need to bring the purples together and be very careful because I just actually lost all my bands when doing this. So bring the left to the right or the right to the left. It doesn't matter. Just hold on to the bracelet to make sure you don't lose them. And carefully bring that other purple over to the right. And now you can add your C-clip on to these two purple bands. You can pop it off the loom and do it, or you can do it right now. I'm going to do it with it still attached so that I don't lose any of my bands. Just make sure you get that the C-clip through both of those bands, which I have. So I'm going to take it off of the loom and carefully slide your hook out. And then just locate your C-clip and just give it a little bit of a tug. And then on the other end here, there is a little piece sticking out here. You can just attach your C-clip onto there. So I did go ahead off camera just to attach my C-clip. So it should be like that. I did notice I have a little bit of a space right here at the end of mine. That did not happen the first time, so I must have closed it a little bit differently in the tutorial than I did when I originally made it. So I'm sorry about that right there, but it's really not that much of a difference or that noticeable. But yeah, so there is the one side of my fringy ladder bracelet. And I just think that's also really cute. But my favorite side would be to flip it over. And you just want to give it a little bit of a stretch. And what I do, because I love these little frillies. The little frillies on the side. So you can just pull on them from this side. And just just grabbing all the little frillies and just pull on them, and that will help them just stick out a little bit more. So yeah, you can definitely do that all the way around your bracelet to help that, you know, stick out a little bit more, like I did with my pink one. But yeah, so here you have my brand new Fringy ladder bracelet. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys did too. I know it does definitely take a little longer, but hopefully you guys think it's worth it. So if you did like my video or this helped you out at all, please give my video a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button below if you have not done so already. And it was great seeing you guys. I will see you next time at my next tutorial. Bye!